Hi, I'm Jackie Van Ruler, and in today's video I'm going to talk about some points you can use on your face specifically to reduce knee pain. And this video came about because I was just camping over the last few days, and our campground host had, she was going to have knee surgery, and one of her knees was much larger than the other. She said it was bone on bone, and that she was having a lot of issues with it, and so she had scheduled surgery for a couple weeks out. So I was like, well, can I just play with your face for a little bit and just see if I can help you with some of this, the inflammation and the pain that you're having. And so I worked on her face for maybe like 5 minutes. And she was like, wow, that's a huge difference in how much pain she was having and how much she can move her knee easily. And so I showed her some of the spots that she could work and see if she could, kind of reduce some of that pain before her surgery and even help her surgery to go more smoothly as well as recover faster. Now, it's entirely possible that she could avoid surgery totally, but sometimes that's just not possible, and sometimes it's just too far along. But I have helped some people who have had issues with knees, other things like that, to be able to avoid surgery totally. So play with it, see what happens with your body. You really do have the power to really bring your body back into balance and to heal yourself from the inside out. So I'm going to show you some spots right now. The first ones we're going to do are halfway between the inner brow and the forehead. So it's point 197 right here. Now, probably the side that you're having the most knee pain on is the side that you're going to notice the most tension, redness, tenderness, or whatever. But sometimes it does switch flip-flop if you've had it for a long time. So just do some nice gentle circles here. I'm not pushing in. I'm just allowing the weight of the tool to do the work for me. Speaking of which, the tool that I'm using is a detector, and it has an end point that's like this, and that just allows you to work out those points where you have some tenderness. So these are just points where your nervous system is coming out onto your skin. Your skin really is just a big reflection of your nervous system, and just like you would have like a knot in your shoulder or something like that, you get these little knots in your nervous system when you're carrying stress. Next, we're going to work the zones that go from the corners of your mouth all the way out to your ears. And so this is a zone for the knees. What you're going to do is just support your skin. Just do some gentle movements here. And what you're doing is you're looking for spots that are more tender, that you get stuck in, anything like that. And again, you're just working out those blockages in your nervous system. And what that does is it tells your body, hey, instead of sending pain signals to the knees, let's send some nice, loving, caring signals. You can work backwards if you want. I'm feeling like a little spot right here, and so I'm just going to work that a little bit extra. Now, if you're finding some good spots and you're like, ooh, that's tender, you don't want to work anything longer than about 20 seconds at a time. Now, you can come back to that a little bit later. So every time that you feel a little more tenderness in your knees or pain, just come back and work it again. You're just training your nervous system to send loving, calming signals instead of pain signals. Let's massage that out. Feeling some good stuckness right here, some staying in the area a little bit longer. Just kind of working back again. Again, feeling a little extra there. All right, so next we're going to want to work our liver point. So our liver determines where energy goes within our body. And particularly if your knee problems are related to like a ligament or tendon type issues, then the liver is really going to help with that. So this is going to be on the right-hand side of your face, directly in line with the bottom of your nose and directly underneath your eyes. Just doing some nice, gentle, circular motions here. Just again, if you don't find the exact spot, but you'll probably feel like a little bit of stuckness where the liver point is. Let's massage that out. Then we're going to work this whole area of the bottom of the nose, and there are some really good points in here. This is a zone for the hips. A lot of times if you have knee problems, you also have hip problems, or you have some tension in your hips that are pulling on your knees. But this is also a good spot for the kidneys, and the kidneys have to do with the bones. Anything going on with arthritis, things like that, the kidneys are really going to help to relieve some of that pain. So again, just working this whole area in here. That you're taking some nice deep breaths while you're doing this. Look at this whole area. Anything that feels tender or stuck, you can spend a little extra time there. Feel a little extra right here. I'm just feeling like it gets stuck when I'm there. It feels a little bit more tender, so I'm going to work that a little longer. Then we're going to work this area right in here. Now, if you're pregnant, we want to avoid the whole upper lip just because there are some points in there that we don't really want to work during pregnancy. But these 2 points here, 17, and then halfway through the line that goes from your nose to your mouth is point 38. And these points help to reduce inflammation, and then 38 also helps to lubricate the joints, especially the knees. So we can come down here, find that point, and this might feel a little bit bumpy on people. A lot of times it's a little bumpy. Working in this whole area, right here on the top of the upper lip. This just helps reduce inflammation and again lubricate those joints. And get the other side. Point 17 is a spot for the adrenal glands. And so the adrenal glands produce cortisol. And so if I work in this area, it's like you're getting a natural cortisol injection, right? But the problem with cortisol is that it's actually a stress hormone. So when you get cortisol injections, you're actually injecting stress hormones. But when you massage this point here, it's actually reducing your stress hormones while still reducing inflammation. And then we're going to finish up with our kidney points, and you can find those by putting your fingers on the corners of your upper mouth, going all the way up to the hairline and then coming back down. And your fingers will fit into these little spots right there. I'm going to come in here. And on the right hand side, this can be really energizing. So if you tend to have a lot of energy anyway, or if you tend to get hot easily, or if you have high blood pressure, you just may want to skip this point or just work it very briefly. For me, I can use a little extra energy today, so I'm going to give it a good massaging. And then the other side is also going to increase your energy, but it's going to have a more of a calming effect. So this one you don't have to be careful of if you're tend to be hot or having hot flashes or high blood pressure or anything like that. And the very, very, very last thing that we're going to do is we're going to go work all the way around the ears. Let's do some little circles. You can do some up and down motions on the side of your ears. It just helps to set the formula in and make it last longer. And also bring your body back into a state of homeostasis or balance. So do that on the other ear, doing some circles around. This also helps to improve your lymphatic drainage throughout your body. And that's really important because your lymph, when it gets stagnant, is inflammation, right? So we want our lymph to be moving freely, and that just reduces inflammation. It carries toxins out of your body. So important for your overall health and to help you age radiantly. All right, so be sure to pass this video along to anybody you know who's having knee pain that can really use some help without having to do anti-inflammatories. And be sure to let us know how that felt. If you noticed a difference, be sure to comment on it. And it's again, just pass this along to anybody who can use it. You know, we could all use a little bit of self-help these days. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon.